I want to give the time now to Raymond, who's been a very supportive husband to me, and I want to thank him for his support. Okay, and I'll just pass the mic to him. I don't know what he's going to say. All right? Okay.
Hello, everyone. Hello. You know there's a saying behind every successful woman there's a man. But anyway, Iris is successful in her own right. So I may be behind her, but I'm not the mastermind. She actually, a lot of things she has been doing, she's 100% capable of doing it herself. Okay? So now, I just want to say, I'm her husband. So a few days before the Chinese New Year, Iris was arrested. Okay? So and then when I called the police, apparently the police has a procedure in which if the spouse is being arrested, then they will have a designated officer to call me every 12 hours to update what is going on. So I called a police officer. Basically, I can just call him anytime to ask about Iris, okay? So I called the police and then they said, and then of course that was before the Chinese New Year. She said that, they said that the Iris was in hospital, okay? I can't say a lot because the trial is ongoing, and then if I say a lot, then they will send me a letter, say that contempt of court. But anyway, whatever I can say. So they said that the Iris was in hospital, and they told me that Iris safety was their first and foremost duty, okay? That they are here to protect Iris. Wow. Okay, I want to ask you guys, do you guys like this kind of protection? This kind of protection? you guys like this kind of protection? Yes or no? No, right? I cannot hear you. You say it. No, okay. Good. We're on the same page. Then I asked the police officer, I say to him, actually, if you didn't arrest her, right, she won't be in the hospital. So in a way, it's a bit no point. Then the IO say something. Okay? The IO, the chief, not the IO. The IO, the chief of all the IO. So he called me. He said that he asked me. He gave me an example. Okay. He said, Raymond, Mr. Ng. Okay, if let's say the police officer arrested a terrorist, right? Do you think that the police will release him even though we don't have enough evidence? Then I just corrected him. I say, Iris is not a terrorist. Okay. Okay, so and then of course what he said is that the police officer is here because the police doesn't know enough about her involvement, so they have to arrest her and put her into remand to protect the public. Okay, but I want to say always the regular team is always protection. So I ask you, do you guys like this kind of protection? No. So I couldn't hear you. I couldn't hear you. Oh, okay. So you see, in fact, I believe the government like to protect us so much. I believe among here they are government spies too. And what is their reason of being here? It's to protect us. Guys, do you like this kind of protection? Yeah. So you see, generally you have a guess of who the government spies are. If they are raining, they are still here, they are probably spies. Either here or around, if they are still here, that means they are probably spies. Because they are doing job, raining also must do, right? Okay, so now, then I asked the IO, why was there a charge when they do not yet have beyond reasonable doubt evidence, okay? Well, then the IO corrected me, He said charging does not need beyond reasonable doubt evidence. It is only during trial they needed to. Okay, this is a technicality, so now they don't need to have beyond reasonable doubt. But the charging no need. Charging just need to. Then I asked why they charge, and of course, from what they see from the press, of course, when they charge, what's the reason? To protect the public again. Okay, guys. How many of you like this kind of protection? No. Sorry, I couldn't hear you. Louder. Oh, okay. Okay. So, and then, now back to what is happening to our country. of course, the multi-million task force. Oh, sorry, I mean the multi-ministry task force. Okay, MMTF implements the vaccine measure for the people who are, they want the country to be vaccinated. And what reason did they give? They want to protect Singaporean citizens. How many of you like this kind of protection? Sorry, I couldn't hear you. I couldn't hear you. Okay. Okay. And then, of course, they want to protect the people who are going to go for vaccination. Of course, for the unvaccinated, they are launching the differentiated measure. Okay. I actually nearly want to say discriminated measure, but I don't want to give them the coup of mark. So it's differentiated measure. Okay. So the unvaccinated are prevented from going to eat in coffee shop, hawker center. We cannot go to shopping mall. And what reason did the government give? It is again to protect us again. How many of you guys like this kind of protection? Okay, there are a lot of protection measures. I need to see whether I can miss anything or not. Okay, so now, you see, after a while, when Iris, when she came out, and then of course we know that it's going to be a long battle, a few years of probably going out of courts. Okay. So, and then of course after we raise money for her legal fund, right? Immediately I know that her legal fund will be in danger. Okay, so I will just say, why not just change into cryptocurrency and put it into crypto so that they cannot have access. Okay, and just after I do that, right? The banks call her and then they say, we're going to close down all her bank accounts. Okay? Okay, of course the banks will just close down. Of course they give her back the money. The reason given was that based on the contract, they have the right to terminate. Okay, basically everyone have the right to terminate the contract. And then of course when I check with a lot of people, whenever anyone that are being charged or investigated, right? The bank will generally close down the bank account. And of course, the bank close down the bank account is because the government want to protect people. So they do not want to be involved in hurting people because the people who are investigated may be involved truly in a crime. So the thing is that the bank closed down her account is because, again, the government wants to protect. Yes. How many of you like this kind of protection? Okay, and then the thing is that the IO also mentioned, of course, I'm not speculating, I'm just saying that this may happen. I'm not trying to say, in case the government spy is here, please report correctly to your bosses. I'm not saying that the IO mentioned to me that the charges could be dropped if more evidence are revealed indicating her innocence or insufficient evidence to proceed further. Actually, whenever they cannot charge someone or the charges drop, they will never say that you are innocent. They say they cannot find evidence against you, So that means they are trying to say that you are not because you are innocent, it's because you are very good at hiding evidence, Then whenever they investigate you, you're dead, Okay? But anyway, the thing is I want to say is that, okay, whenever the government try to have this kind of measure on you, you are considered gone case, I mean, let me just share with you a story that I'm a fervent history reader, and then I like to read. There is this, during the witch hunt, European and US do a lot of witch hunt. And then when they catch a woman and suspect her of being a witch, you know what they do? They have a test, just like a COVID test. They will throw the woman into the river, right? If they sink and die, right, they are innocent. If they float and survive, they are a witch, so they will burn alive. So whenever you are caught, you are confirmed dead one, It's either you are dead and innocent or you are guilty or dead. Anyway, either way you are dead, okay? So whenever the law wants to protect you, wants to investigate you, right, you are considered, you are being ostracized, and then, you have your bank account closed, and then the society try to avoid you, okay? This kind of protection by the government, if there is a form that I want to submit in and say, can I not do well a submission, I will consider very serious to sign, okay? So the thing is that, okay, on my own case, I mean, of course, many of you would probably heard of the story about my business venture, and then of course there are a lot of defamation regarding me in rice media. And because of the rice media issue, I was also being arrested, you know. I was being arrested last year before Iris. So I was remanded for 15 hours. 15 hours, that's in a day. Iris was remanded for 15 days. It's a bit different. My 15 hours, right, I was there is like a hell. I cannot imagine how 15 days like, you know. Okay? So the thing is that, like, you know, when they make a pre-op on you and then there's an event on you, you are sort of, you cannot say that they assume you are guilty. But the point is that for the sake of the safety of the public, right, one innocent person has to go to jail for 15 hours or 15 days, just for the sake of the society, you know. And I tell you what, the reason why 15 hours, 15 days is generally because the police are stupid, you know. Because they don't know how to read, accounts. If they know how to read accounts, I don't even have to go in for 15 days, 15 hours. And then the thing is that, why did the Irish went into day for 14 days? Because they need time to investigate. And why are they slow? Because they're stupid. They are incompetent. Their investigation is too slow already, okay? So they need time, okay? The spy don't tell your boss, I say, police are stupid. That's my opinion, no problem. Okay? So, okay, anyway. And okay, during Chinese New Year, you know, of course, we launched an appeal for Iris to be released from remand. Of course, you know that our appeal failed. Okay? And then, of course, on that day, many of our enemies asked people to come to our home to disturb us. And then, you know, as a result, I called the police. I called the police and the police came. The police came, right? Then after they drive the people away, right? Then I was very sad. I talked to the police. Then I say today is a very sad day for me. It's a Chinese New Year and my wife was not with me. Then the police asked me, where is your wife? Then I say, your colleague arrested her. Your colleague arrested her. Then she looked at the name because there was a paperwork they asked for donor debt recovery and then they write her name, Iris Khoo. Then the police look at it and say, Iris Khoo, that name sounds very familiar. Of course, very familiar, your colleague just arrested you. Then they you know what they say to me? I'm sure my colleague at the Central Police Division is going to take good care of her and protect her. How many of you like this kind of protection? I cannot hear you guys. How many of you like this kind of protection? How many? Okay. But however, I'm very grateful that the police came to protect me. But this one is a bit different, right? Because I requested for it. Okay? I didn't request them to protect me from the vaccine, or either the vaccine or the COVID. I didn't request them to protect me. So why should they meddle with my life? Okay? So we see, and also at the same time, because of what we stand for, right? We made a lot of our friends very angry. Many of us asked us why we do not believe in the government. And that why we are anti-government. In the first place, actually, we are not anti-government. We're just anti-stupidity, okay? Okay, so the thing is that, and then of course at the same time, I also become very amazed and puzzled, okay? You know me, first of all, you must know, how many of you can tell that I went through national service? How many of you can tell? How many of you, I mean, don't ignore the tummy During the NS, I'm quite slim and sexy, a good-looking soldier, okay? So the thing is that, when I was an army boy, right, I know that actually our loyalty is sworn to the state and country, not to the government. You know that, no? Our loyalty is sworn to the country and state. We owe no loyalty to the government, no. Not a single bit, no. That is why army officers, they are commissioned officers, but they are commissioned by the President of Singapore. We are not commissioned by the government of Singapore. Okay? But of course I'm not an officer, but I just know that we are commissioned by the President. We owe no loyalty to the government. And the thing is that there is a rule in the military law that says that we cannot take orders from a civilian, you know. But the parliament is civilian, you know. As long as they're civilian, they cannot command us. Which is why I find they are very smart, because many of the ministers are generous, you see. So you see, the thing is that when they are in the parliament, they are civilian. And then when they're reservists, they become general. Then I say, oh my God, that's so convenient. I'm not suggesting anything. I'm just saying that, I mean, it's just quite coincident. How come so many of our MP they are generous? That means technically when they go back, when they are recalled for duty, they are straight away general, you know. I mean, it's so convenient, right? But anyway, I think it's considered. I'm not saying the government is guilty or anything. Okay, no puff, please. No puff, no puff, no puff. Okay, so anyway, so for the matter, based on just pure law, right, I do not need to be loyal to the government, okay? I'm loyal to the country and the state. Even our pledge, did we say that we must pledge our loyalty to the government? No, not to the state, to the country, okay? The thing is that you not know that the government needs my permission to continue running. They need my permission. So why do I need to be loyal to someone who needs my permission to continue running? Why? Why? They need my permission to continue running, you know. Okay, to be fair, they need our permission, not me. They need our permission to continue running. Okay? I am their master. Why do I need to be loyal to my servant? After all, they also always say they are public servant, right? They are public servant. They are, for all intent and purpose, they are servants. Hey, my prof ma, my kala prof ma. Okay. So the thing is that I want to have a loving life with my wife. I want to have a wonderful family life, wonderful personal life, and while at times I may request for protection, okay? If I request for protection, I will call 999. So before I call 999, please don't disturb my life. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you.